All right. Yeah.
This is Admiral Caudle.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Well, thank you. I got told that Channel 13 needed some training.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm coming here to whip you into shape. But no, it's a real honor to be here today. And I'm really here for a completely different reason than training. And it'll become obvious as I provide some remarks. But I want to just thank you for letting me come and share this morning with you and the great attendance. And it's a true honor. In fact, the opportunity to be here to conduct this event today fills me with immense joy and pride, because we get a chance to recognize something that's truly important and a distinct feature of our American way of life. And I'm talking about the importance of a voice that provides a reliable, independent, and fair perspective to the community about the world's greatest Navy. As stories are shared in our modern world with increasing levels of noise, spin, and intensity, there is simply no replacement for a community news source telling stories that matter to their community with impact, flair, and passion. And my friend Mike Gooding has done that for almost 40 years. It's truly incredible. We can clap for that. Now, with the Navy being such a prominent feature of the fabric of our Hampton Roads community, we've had a close friend and partner in Mike, sharing the stories and updates of our Navy, a conduit from the waterfront to our neighborhood's living rooms. And I'd love to stand here and boast that every Navy headline that makes a splash is a good one. That's just not the reality of our Navy or the American way. Not only do our citizens recognize that bad news exists occasionally, they expect to be told these stories by a fair and honest voice who is capable of putting those events into the proper perspective. This expectation isn't new. It's been part of our country since its founding, enshrined in our First Amendment. And for our part, we as a Navy also recognize that bad news can exist from time to time with our name in the headline. And I'll tell you, we're okay with the bad news. In fact, it's one of the things that separates us from autocratic regimes of other nations that deny their citizens the truth and censor out the less than favorable stories, leaving only watered down propaganda in its place. For both good and bad news, we just hope that the reporting is always fair and honest. And there has been no fairer person or honest person telling our Navy story than Mike Gooding. A quick story about the gravitas and magnetism that Mike brings to reporting. I'm sure many, if not all of you in this room know that Mike has won an Emmy. He has interviewed both Presidents Trump and Obama, but you might not know that during the run-up to the 2016 election, when Hillary Clinton, then the Democratic Party presidential candidate, came to the Hampton Roads area, her team called the newsroom here directly to set up an interview with Channel 13. Except they said she would only do it if Mike Gooding did that interview. So on behalf of the Secretary of the Navy, I'm here today to share our appreciation for everything you do, Mike, in the form of superior public service. And the Superior Public Service Award by the Secretary of the Navy for your actions covering almost 40 years of excellence. I'll also tell you that SecNav just doesn't hand these awards out either. Simply said, Mike is so deserving of this award and recognition for countless reasons. Allow me to read a quick snapshot of his legacy. He has visited over 200 ships and flown in almost every single airframe the Navy owns and operates. He is trapped on the deck of almost every single nuclear-powered aircraft carrier in our fleet, and has been in a lot of countries, some of them pretty dangerous, like Kosovo, Djibouti, Iraq, among others. In fact, I'm struggling to name a uniformed service member that has actually done all of that, Mike. So from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of the Secretary of the Navy, the Chief of Naval Operations, our Navy, and me personally, thank you for all you have done. Your dedication to fair and honest reporting is a remarkable achievement and is reflected in a lifetime of service to our Hampton Roads community. And now it is my honor, not to mention my great pleasure, to present Mike the Navy Superior Public Service Award. So Mike, if you could come up here with me.
when we were at breakfast the other day, you didn't say nothing about this.
No. They just said you needed some training. So,
Well, that's true.
so here we go. All right, my friend. Go ahead and read the citation, please.
Absolutely. Please remain standing. For exceptionally superior public service in the performance of his duties as the senior military reporter for WVEC TV 13 News, Mr. Gooding dedicated the majority of his reporting of the U.S. Navy and told the Navy's story for approximately 40 years. Beginning as a weekend assignment editor, he wrote over 2,000 stories, visited approximately 200 ships, covered over 45 command and squadron deployment homecomings, experienced multiple familiarization flights in U.S. Navy aircraft such as FA-18 Super Hornets, MH-60 Sierras, MH-53 Sierras, CH-46 Sierras, and KC-135s. Mr. Gooding completed tailhook landings on 9 of the current 11 aircraft carriers and participated in upwards of 30 media embeds with military to Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Djibouti, Germany, Italy, Spain, Kosovo, Kuwait, Iraq, Cyprus, Guantanamo Bay, Vietnam, Iceland, France, and the Netherlands. By his professionalism, expertise, and dedication, Mr. Mike Gooding reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Department of the Navy. Signed December 18, 2024, by the Honorable Carlos Del Toro, Secretary of the Navy.
Wow. Congratulations. You're welcome. Sir.
Admiral, stay right next to him. I want to pick up that mic because I
Okay.
know he's surprised.
Yes.
Yeah, this is shocking, to be honest with you. And this one here has been kind of on my tail for a couple of weeks now about you're going to be there, be sure you're there, 8 o'clock, don't be late. And I'm thinking, you know, why do I need to be here for training on the day before I'm retiring?
Perhaps not the greatest cover story.
Well, the point is, what's she going to do, sack me? You know? But she hit me up again yesterday, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. So this is awesome. Let me say this. I mean, some of you know my dad was in the Navy, and I grew up around this. And so when the opportunity came, I don't know, maybe about 5 years after I started working here to really pick up and do this, it was awesome. It's been, I did a little bit of sports, and I got to where I really didn't like professional athletes. They were kind of jerks, right? And then I spent a number of years in the General Assembly covering politicians, and I don't want to say they were jerks, but I didn't love those guys. So when I got the chance to do this with military, and specifically Navy, I kind of liked those guys, and that seemed like a worthy expenditure of my time to tell their story. And so I've been so honored, and I've been so flattered to get the chance to do that. And as you said, sometimes the stories aren't always great, but hopefully they've been fair, and hopefully they've been honest and honorable. And I think they have. I mean, I guess you could say I've stood the test of time. But anyway,
Yes, sir.
what I'm really going to miss, we get a breakfast about once every 6 or 8 weeks, and it's great because mostly it's off the record. And so we get to bounce stuff off of each other, and I think maybe you've gotten a couple of ideas out of me. I know
Yes.
I've gotten a couple out of you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to miss it. I am. And I'm going to miss this. And I'll just say one more thing. It's like a girlfriend. It's like you've been in a relationship for a really long time, but you reached the end of the relationship. It's time. You know it's time, but you're still kind of sad because guess what? You still secretly kind of dig the chick. And that's what this is for me. I mean,
That's good.
I'm totally going to miss this. It's been really fast too. That's the other thing. 40 years, man, just flew. I can't believe how fast it went. But especially these last couple of weeks, it's been like a roller coaster.
Sure.
I mean, like a rocket. So, anyways, Admiral, thank you. And thanks,
Mike,
I
thank
know
you.
I know your time is far more valuable than this. So thank you.
Oh, no. This is important. Thank you for all you've done. And thanks for the news station, all of your leadership, and all the great things that you do for the Navy and our community. Really, thank you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
And everybody got up early for me. Thank you. As you were.